This is the most hurtfulest part about what we've seen in Clarendon so far. The most hurtfulest part. The mostest hurtfulest. Let me show you. Morning neighbors, how you doing? It's Saturday morning and I'm headed into town today. Normally Tina carries Hannah to Edna Manley, but today there's class online for her. So I'm going into Kingston, Portmore to collect some things, some items from Helshaw to bring back here that we still have not brought from the move. But I'm going to carry some cherries for mommy from in the freezer that we had saving. Tina's mom passed through this week, so she already got hers. And I'm going to check this lime tree. It's Uncle Maxi. I don't know if I've ever called your name on the vlog yet, Maxi. Uncle Maxi from PGA. He has a mulberry plant for us, but I always give him limes. He loves limes, so just for the small family. But how you doing though? Let me know how your week went. I'm going to take it along on the journey to Kingston because there are some things that are very different in Clarendon where we are compared to Portmore where we're coming from, and I'm going to let you know what's up. If you're new here, welcome. If you just come back and don't subscribe yet, this is a sign to hit the subscribe button. Like the videos right now, neighbors, and let's get into it. And it's a beautiful day. So first things first, for the first difference I will observe is in the garbage collection. There's a big difference in the routine and how reliable the garbage collection is in Maypen versus Portmore. And to show you exactly what I mean, I'm going to go back to a clip from about a week or so ago. Check it out. Neighbors, I'm genuinely winded because I literally just ran from the gate to the back of our house to the garbage truck, which has not come literally in about a month. I had about 10 bags of garbage. I'm not making this up. Let me catch my breath. All of here was stocked with garbage, 9 bags of garbage.
We have to wash off here.
So yes, I have to go clean off here, but we can work with these little bottles and boxes. Coconut trash can just throw outside and until next time, but the material things are gone. Yeah. So it's been literally a month.
It's been more than a month. It's been at least 5 weeks now that we haven't had our garbage collected. One of the many issues, I guess, of living in a rural area. I mean, it's been a problem for a while now, right? But I guess the priority is where the population is living. So the trucks go to Kingston and the corporate area generally.
But what we'll find is that many people burn, so...
Yeah, which is a terrible, terrible thing because it affects me very badly. I think even worse, probably worse than the children.
Yeah.
If you don't hear me, if I don't say I'm mad, it's because I was trying to sleep off a headache, a very terrible headache that I've had for like the last 3 days.
Allegedly dengue. Allegedly. I never want to know.
Well, I don't know. I think I am thinking that it's probably I just have very, very bad sinus infection.
Maybe another month again?
Let's hope not, but I want to start. You see that pile over there, so I want to move it so that I can start my compost pile over there, and get, because it's close to the pipe, so it will be easy to wet it.
So this is the pipe that she's speaking of.
Nice and shady under the trees, so it's a good spot and it's close enough to the kitchen, so right over there. So Yeah, that's where I want to put it. So I already went ahead and did those little piles of garbage for you so that you can heat them up now. Where is that other one? Right there by that box. And the other one is there.
Okay.
So you can take them up now. Oh, but, well, you never have a chance to take up those that the dogs mess up.
No.
And then the dogs, it's not just our garbage because then the dogs go over next door and
They don't know our dogs yet.
Oh.
So let me introduce
Segue.
Let me introduce you to
the dogs that go over next door and bring the neighbor's garbage over to our house.
This is why cats take care of themselves there.
Oh gosh,
Clean after themselves. You don't know where they mess them. They're just so tidy. Right, Chelsea?
Jeez, Chelsea, if only you could guard
They
house.
could bark and run after people and bite. Can you do that?
And run out, go out of the yard.
No. But let me show you the dogs that we got. This is dog number 1, Zena. She's a girl, a good little girl. Mischievous though, right, Zena? That's a good side? Yeah, she's one of the dogs we rescued her from JSPCA. Well, both of them were got from JSPCA, but this one is Zena. She's the mischievous one. She gets to a lot of trouble. Right, girl? Zena. Come. And this is Zeus. This Zeus is the mongrel Rottweiler mix. He is less troublesome, but yeah, I'm good talking to, but he's more quiet. Morning. Good morning. Bruce and Zena, not Bruce and Bruce. Zeus and Zena have taken over from Bruno in Hellshaw. Yes. And I hope they grow to be nice guard dogs and they learn some discipline and stop jumping all over us. Anyway, but the garbage thing is one thing. But you see how that day started? Looking like a beautiful day, nice and sunny. Just the next thing with Mapen that is different from Portmore. The weather can change in a
Oh gosh, so it is raining here and there is lightning and thunder. That happens a lot here and it happens at least maybe once a week and it's very scary. Last week we had a major thunderstorm. There was lightning flashed in the yard. Lightning struck the yard, in the yard. I've never experienced this before. Since moving here, we've experienced more thunderstorms than I've ever experienced in my entire life. So it's pretty scary. Last time I was in this room, lightning flashed just outside this window and I could just hear like pop. Oh, there's some children. Just got them from school. Hey. Oh. Okay?
Right on.
No, lights is here, but I turn off the TV.
So I guess that's the big difference between Hellshaw where we're coming from, Portmore, and Mapen. In Hellshaw, you just know it's not going to rain. It will look like it will rain, you just know it's not going to rain. You put your clothes on the line, you wash your clothes, put it on the line because it ain't going to rain. In Mapen, it will look very hot this minute, very sunny, and then boom, flood on the road out of nowhere. And another time it could look very hot and it look like it's going to rain, and it come very close and it just doesn't happen. So it's super unpredictable where we are, and that's the difference between here and Portmore. Portmore you just don't say rain, you know that. Alright, making a quick stop at the office. Haven't been here in a while. Trying to remember where it is. Oh, these are nice. It's take the brave steps together. Alright, so taking this moment to big up all the cancer survivors, those who are fighting, those who have fought and won, and remember those who have fought and lost. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so you know my mother is a survivor, so this time of year is always something, you know. So all the cancer survivors, persons who are battling cancer in the neighborhood, keep strong and all the best. God be with you. So just collected the things from office. Good thing the security there was there when I was in office every day, so he knows my face, because I did not remember my ID. I couldn't find it. But you realize I've been driving and what have you noticed? There are only cars on the road. Not even a stray dog I saw. Only cars on the road. Maypen? Not so. In Maypen, you have to be watching for not just stray dogs. I know there are stray dogs in Kingston and Portmore, but goats, pig, cow.
Cows and
take their own sweet time over there.
This is just one set.
Randomly walking on the road. And it's a serious thing, because even when they opened the highway to Williamsfield, there's a problem where two different accidents happened right off the vehicles. And so that's an extra hazard and a difference that's between Portmore and Maypen. Alright, boss. Other thing about being on the roads that I observe, you may not believe it. Let me just drop this off by mommy quickly. Uncle Maxie! Got our mulberry plant. It's set already, so it will be a good added feature to our, you know, our archer. But as I was saying, the unbelievable part is that Portmore taxi and Maypen taxi not the same. These taximen in Maypen are different. Portmore taximen, them bad, you know, taxi is taxi, but Maypen, believe you me, they follow no rules. They make it up, and them go on bad. Them go on bad, man, believe you me. For example, it is common, and I'm talking in rural Clarendon, in regular Maypen city, it is common to see 3 people in the front seat. So driver, passenger, that's how it works normally, and there's somebody in the middle, either over the handbrake, I don't know what they're sitting on, but I have seen this sometimes, and I'm like, so police, they're not afraid of police or nothing? And not to mention the back. If the front have 3, imagine the back. And I'm not making this up, I've seen it repeatedly, and them drive reckless on the road. Even when I'm going to school with Leila and Zahra and Hannah, even around the school, you know, you're supposed to be a little more, you know, reserved in how you drive and be more cautious. You know, them flinging the car all over the place. So I have to give them the edge over the Portmore taxi people, believe you me, which is not a good thing at all. But with that said, look where we are. We're back in Hellshire. Memories don't leave like people do. Big up Hellshire. This is where it all started for me and my house, or something like that. Bruno, come. You're so big now. Wow, you're huge. Alright. Oh, breadfruit tree. Look at the breadfruit tree, man. Good boy, come. You're coming with us. But you know, one of the biggest things I miss about Hellshire is the reliable internet. So, let me explain. Big difference between Portmore and Maypen. Internet service. And for those who live in Jamaica, you'll understand this. So when I was in Helshaw, I had reliable internet. Follow? Now in Maypen, I don't have reliable internet. So in Maypen, I have internet from this provider, but it goes for lunch every day between 11:30 to 1 o'clock. It takes lunchtime. That's my internet service, takes lunchtime at around that time. If it has a hobby to do, a chore or so to do, it go for early lunch like 11 o'clock, but it comes back later in the afternoon. Because you know, after you go for lunch, you have niggeritis, so you slow down until you settle back like 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock. That is honestly my experience with this. If this was there, may have been better, because in Helshaw, this provider was better. But this provider is not offering the same speed as this provider, because this provider has a fiber, this one only has data, so only LTE connection. The other option we have is to use the satellite. I hear you, man. So the only other option we have really is to explore Starlink, which is a satellite-based internet service that we were really considering, and we may still have to consider it. We're hoping not to have to go there, but like Chris Bond says, he didn't want to go there, but he got to go there. Yeah, so we're considering Starlink as an option, but the internet service, reliable in Portmore, that is our experience, reliable in Portmore. In Maypen, only have one of the providers who are reliable, and even what we get from them is, for us, not as good as we had it in Portmore. That's our experience. The other point now, as I leave Helshaw, is one that really pained me, and I have to carry up onto Main Street Maypen to demonstrate and show you visually what my problem is. Serious. Alright, so we're back in Maypen, back in nice part of Clarendon. Those who don't know this bridge, now you know. Alright, so we're approaching Main Street Clarendon, Main Street Maypen. Let me tell you the problem that I have now. Right? Main Street Maypen, this is the most hurtfulest part about what we've seen in Clarendon so far. The most hurtfulest part. The mostest hurtfulest. Let me show you. So count with me, alright? Count with me. 1. Number 1. Then you drive for the next 1 minute. Lo and behold, look what you buck up on. Number 2. Number 2. After a minute of driving. But wait, there's more. Because after driving for another minute and a half, you're going to encounter this structure. I don't even call this a branch or anything. This edifice. And I have to turn inside to show you how magnanimous it is. You see that juicy guinea tree? This feel like a Clarendon Park branch. This is huge, people. Huge. Alright? This is almost 24 hours this open for. This have drive-through going around it and all these things. All of these things happen in such close proximity. There are 3 juice locations. Where is Tasty? You know, I thought Portmore was bad, and as I always say, Jamaica has approximately 3 million people living there, right? And 4 million of the 3 million people that live in Jamaica reside in Portmore. And for the 4 million people living in Portmore, there's only one Tasty in the Portmore Mall. and one juicy patty, but at least there's representation from both sides. There's no tasty in the entire Maypen era. None. None. 3 juicy patties. I don't even know, probably the closest tasty would probably Old Harbor. If there's one there, maybe even Spanish Town. That is unacceptable. And the powers that be need to look into these things. I might see her still. So long story short, we're getting used to juicy because that's what we have. We're getting used to the juicy patties, but juicy taking Clarendon very seriously. This is a big structure here, and the Clarendon Park is where the headquarters is. That's also a branch that does very well. So I guess Clarendon people either love juicy because it's all they have, or you love it because it's the best tasting. So I really wouldn't mind tasting. But as I say, juicy have us under lock and key. Yeah. Anyway, neighbors, that's all we're going to give it for this week. Now let me give you encouragement first. You ever get yourself in some trouble? It have to be trouble like how we're in trouble. Just like you make a bad financial mistake, you make a mistake, you say something wrong, or you never did something that you're supposed to do. It have to be like, you know, what people call murder and stealing, but you cause problem on yourself. You know, people might consider this a big one. You had sex outside of marriage and you got pregnant or something, and the whole church is looking on you. Whatever the situation is. Psalm 23 says, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. The song says, your goodness is running after me. You know, where would I be without the mercy of God? Where would we be without the mercy of God? And when God bails us out of the things that we get ourselves into, the problems, the sticky situations, we must pause and be thankful, be grateful for it. Because it's just by His mercy, His grace. Yes, people think of grace as like sin, and God came and, you know, we're pardoned, so we'll sin again. But you may do something wrong that is not even sinful. You may, as I said, you may have made a bad decision, an unwise decision. But God come and just work by the situation in your favor. Pause, acknowledge it, and give Him thanks for it, right? So wishing you a great week, neighbors. Going to pack up our jing bang when I get home. But as usual, it's been good to share this day with you. And until next time, remember to follow us on Instagram, and we're going to try to ramp up our activity there. But until next time, neighbors, wishing you a great week, and God's willing, we'll see you soon. Alright? So big up all the Clarendon people. We're large, and 2 more people as well. Bye, neighbors.